The man who killed a Minnesota lawmaker and her husband and shot 2 others will spend the rest of his life in prison.
Vance Boelter was given 2 consecutive life terms and an additional 40 years in federal court today. The 59-year-old had previously pleaded guilty to 6 felony counts for the June 2025 shootings. His plea was in return for taking the death penalty off the table. Last summer, Boelter shot and killed Speaker Emerita Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark. State Senator John Hoffman and his wife Yvette were also shot and wounded. Loved ones, friends, and colleagues of the victims spoke in court today. Boelter is facing separate charges in state court. He'll appear in court for that case on August the 3rd.